What's going on, everybody? Gentleman94 here. Welcome back to 3GB Solo Play. We are continuing with Demon Souls, as you can see. Today we are tackling the area called the Tower of Latria. And this is going to be kind of a longer episode. So I'm going to have to cut Tower of Latria into two parts because there's a lot of stuff to find, and there's a lot of doors and keys you have to collect and open, and it's a little bit of a push, though. So today we're going to go ahead and tackle what we can and move on from there. Keep it about 20 minutes or so. But the first things you're going to notice here on the Tower of Latria are that there are these guys trapped behind these locked cells. Some of them are not really hostile. Some are just trapped there. Others are hostile and will attack you if you let them out of the cage, or if you go inside. Also, we have one of these weird tentacle gatekeepers. They are the prison wardens, and they monitor any activity here in Latria. If you get up close to them, and if you don't kill them or knock them down, they will grab you with their tentacles, pull you up, and stab you with some sort of a weird, like, stinger thing out of their mouth. It sucks quite a bit. Hopefully, I'm not going to let them hit me. They carry this weird lantern, and you will hear this chime bell ringing stuff going on whenever they're around you. So we're going to try to get up and get some backstabs on them. There we go, very nice. A couple of hits, he ought to be dead. Got him. So, they're not too bad, but don't attack them head on. Try to get up behind them. You'll also find these keys here. This is the 3rd floor key. You have to get these keys in order to open up the right doors to go to the right areas. It's just the way it goes. Now, there's a lot of stuff, like I said, here in Latria. There's also some areas that you end up coming back after you have passed this level and you moved on to the next one. Because there are, again, some white and black tendencies here, just like there are in every other level. White tendency gets you access to some different armor, different items, and black tendency gets you some black phantoms. One of which I believe Lord Rydell, and if you kill him, I believe he gives you the phosphorescent pole, which is something that I haven't really made a lot of use of through my years of playing Demon Souls, but I believe it's something to do with magic. I think it's something that a magic wielder could use if they were going pure magic build. I don't know the specifics. Like I said, I've never really used it too much, and I won't be doing that in this run through because I don't really need it. So with the cell key, you can open up different doors and you can gather items or things that are inside these different cells. As you can see, we have another one of these weird tentacle wardens at the bottom there. So we'll go down that way and get them. Make good use of our backstabs here. Kill this dude and pick up some items. It's a good idea to go ahead and clear out all of Latria because there is some very cool loot here in Latria. For example, there's a very important piece of equipment, an accessory that we can get here, and I'll show you that when we get there. And it will actually increase the amount of souls that you get per kill. They're only female specific though, so one of the perks of making a female character is you can actually gain more souls. Open up some doors, kill up some more prisoners. This is probably a little mean to do if you think about it, because here I'm basically opening the door and then killing the prisoner inside. Meh, it is what it is. Here we have 2 enemies that will attack you when you get close to their cell. They're very hostile. We'll go ahead and make quick work of them. There we go. And just carry on. There's not much else really in here, to be honest. Sometimes you'll find the bodies will drop things. Other times they'll already have a dead body in there and you pull something off that body. You also want to be very careful when you're running along these catwalks. There are a couple of areas here that will have holes and pits in the catwalk, and if you aren't too careful, you'll walk right off the edge and you'll kill yourself through the pits. Not very fun to have to go ahead and keep playing the same level over and over again. We picked up both keys that we need to have here in the area. Let's just make sure there's nothing on the end of this hallway. Oh, okay, there's something there. Let's open that up. Let's see, what is this? Ah, mercury stone. You'll notice too when we go through and start building some weapons that you might see you can create weapons such as mercury weapons, you can create sharp weapons, you can use crushing weapons. One of the things that we can do with mercury stone is we can make mercury weapons, which will increase the chance of you poisoning your target. It adds a bit of poison damage to it. Things like sharpstone. Sharpstone will add sharpness to blades, usually slashing blades. This will of course add bleeding effect. You can also get a few other ones that will add little status effects to your weapon strikes. Fatal is another good one that actually allows you to increase your parry and backstab damage. I did have a fatal build as well back in the earlier times of playing Demon Souls. I might do a video where I kind of show you my older builds. That might be kind of interesting if anyone's interested in that. Be able to see some of my early creations, my 712 character, and then some of my mid-level and early level ranged characters, things like that. You run across these Iron Maidens. Most of the time you can open them up, a body will fall out, and you can gather whatever equipment is in there. But you'd have to be careful, because sometimes you'll open it up and a guy will come out and will hit you because he won't be quite dead yet. So be aware that anytime you run across an Iron Maiden, you might get stabbed and poisoned. So if your poison resistance is good and you're wearing maybe, say, the Thief set, which actually increases your poison resistance, it might not do it to you. But, chances are you'll probably get poisoned 1 or 2 times. So it appears to be locked. We need to grab the next key. And to do that, we have to go down this way. This is the way we're going to be going eventually to move on through the level, but we have to go down this long hallway and go ahead and get the key to open up this level's doors. Again, we're going to have a couple guys attacking us in that cell over there, so we'll get to that after we grab the key. Now to get the key though, we have to go through this cell room here, and we've got a couple Iron Maidens, and on the other end of this there is one of these wardens that patrol this far catwalk. You can kind of catch a glimpse of him. He's coming around the corner. There he is. So he will be drawn by noise. Even though I do have the thief ring on, he will still be a little interested in any noise that he can possibly hear. And I'm in such close proximity to him, chances are he probably is going to hear me no matter what I do. So we're going to wait for him to pass by again, try to get up behind him, and try to backstab him. It might get a little tense because this is a very narrow catwalk. Okay, I missed it. Okay, he does that weird shocking thing. There's another shocking thing. Okay. Oh crap, come on, get up. Okay, he does that weird stun movement. Alright, we got him. Ooh, that was close. He almost took me out. Alright, and we got our keys. Let's heal up a little real quick here, use some half moon grass. Alright. So we got Iron Maidens here again. As you can see, open it up, boom, poison. That's the one to watch out for here. So we can just use a quick lotus, I think a lotus flower, I think should work for healing poison. There we go. And heal up once more. That should be fine. And this is the assassin's or thief outfit. I actually use parts and bits and pieces of that in most of my other builds because it's good lightweight armor and it's got great poison resistance for what it is. So I do like to use that from time to time to go ahead and boost my poison protection. Now that we have the key, we can open up some of these doors. So let's go ahead and tackle this door first. Alright, these are the guys that have daggers here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and slaughter these guys. Kill these guys praying to the wall. They might hear in the background a lady singing. That is a merchant, which we're going to go talk to, and I'll show you guys where she is. She's got a couple of things that you can buy, but you know, like Kingsfield and Dark Souls, don't buy anything in Demon Souls. You don't really have to buy anything, at least not weapon-wise or armor-wise, because most of the time you're going to find all the good stuff. You're going to find it littered around the world and the areas that you travel to. So it seems a little bit wasteful just to go ahead and waste your money on, you know, and to buy armor and weapons, things like that. I wouldn't. Now there is a secret. We can hit this guy through the door. He can't necessarily soul suck us, but we can get him to kind of come closer to the door. We can hit him. There we go. Oh, I went back away from that, because that will hit you through the door. Oh, come on. Thrusting weapons would be better. Get the halberd here, a little longer weapon. There we go. Got him. Excellent. Don't really need my miracles right now, so I'll run with the halberd for a bit. Alright. Again, we got a couple of guys we got to contend with. Got some bodies here. This far door, we'll have another warden behind this door we're going to have to go ahead and take care of, though we're going to lure him to us. So it may take a little bit of time. There he is right there. Now, like I said, the wardens aren't too bad, and you can sometimes hit them from a distance as well. Get a bow and arrow and hit them from a distance, which will work. You can hit them from multiple levels, actually. So there's that singing again. As you can see, we open up this cell here, and there's this woman sitting in here. She stops singing very promptly when you walk through the door. And this is, I guess for lack of a better term, we'll call her the Royal Merchant. Because she's basically a woman of noble birth, and she's got all of this stuff on her. This is the Ring of Avarice. You might be interested to know that the Ring of Avarice, like the silver bracelets, which we'll find in a little later here in the level, Ring of Avarice also increases your amount of souls that you gain from each kill. So it's a nice thing to do, especially if you're trying to farm souls, to go ahead and, if you're a female character, equip the silver bracelet and put on the Ring of Avarice. Then they will stack and you will get extra souls. Also, there is a magic spell that you can gain too, I believe called Soul Thirst, which will further increase how many souls you get from each kill. So it's a good idea that if you're going soul hunting, to equip both the bracelet and the ring, and if you happen to be a magic user and you happen to be female, you're going to gain a whole bunch more souls than you would if you were just a male character. Alright, a couple guys with daggers in here as well. Quick work of them. Oh, he hit me. If I can parry him. Ah, there's more of them. Always be careful in this game because you never know what's really going to come at you. Oh, another one. Let's get this guy. They really can't do too much damage to you, but it's just annoying to get hit. And if you have enough of them in a room, they will kill you. So, just be careful, you know. As always, be cautious and be careful in this game. You never know what's sitting around a corner. Widow's Lotus, we'll grab one of those. I believe the Widow's Lotus is what we use for removing disease, I believe, or actually would be called plague in this game. Let's see anything in here. Ah, the one on the far right here in the corner, that one will actually have another dagger-wielding dredge. We got some cool rings here. Ring of magical sharpness. Just hit at it for a little while. Might be able to maybe knock him around a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, see, a trap ahead. They were right. This is a trap right here. Oh well, let's open it. Oh, look at that. He's off to the side because we hit through the door. That's cool. Alright, kill him. Now the Ring of Magical Sharpness will actually raise your magic attack power, but it will lower your magical defense. So if you're going to be a magic user, typically a lot of guys would go ahead and equip the Ring of Magical Sharpness, the Monk's Head Wrapping, wield on one hand the Insanity Catalyst, and in the offhand wield the Crisp Blade. Then you are doing a ton of magic damage. Of course, you have no magic resistance as well, so you just get hit by the simplest spell, you will probably die. If you happen to do some PvP action here and you run across a guy wearing a gigantic monk's head wrapping, which again I'll show you once we get to the end of Latria, yeah, you can probably bet he's going to be really, really overpowered in terms of magic. So you're going to want to go ahead and equip some sort of very basic magic spell like Fireball or Flame Toss. Flame Toss is probably the best one because you can fire it while you're moving. And you just go ahead and light him up and you will most likely do major damage to him. Alright, down here we're going to open up this key here, entering into the last little section. Now this is where we're gonna be stopping here in this last little area of the floor. Because once we get past this, we have to run through the whole area again, go upstairs, unlock another additional couple of doors, and move on to go ahead and run the gauntlet of arrows, which I'll show you here next episode. This guy is shooting Soul Spear. I believe that is Soul Spear anyway. Don't want to get close to him, because if you get close to him, he's a giant ball of dead bodies that's animated. And each one of those dead bodies is wielding a sword. So if you get close to him, he will hit you like 30 times within like a second and a half, which will most likely end in your death. So we're just going to hit him with a ranged attack and kill him with arrows. There we go. 1,000 souls. Not too bad. Down this direction, we're going to run into a dead body on the side here. And we'll go ahead and run up and grab the stuff off of that. I'm being a little careful here because I don't remember if this is where the big drop is. Alright, here we go. We get the fluted armor set. And over here, we'll get... oh, let's kill this guy. Backstab him. Done. And silver bracelets. And this will increase the amount of souls we get when we kill an enemy. I'll probably put them on for boss fights, just because, extra souls, nothing wrong with that. I might as well address here before I end the episode, you will hear a voice that says, "Please help me," and you'll also hear a voice that kind of yells and screams. That is a character by the name of Lord Rydell, and he is a blue phantom caught in the lower area here in Latria. Next episode, I'll show you how to unlock them. We're going to go ahead and call it here. We'll be back next time with the second section of the Tower of Latria World 3-1. Thanks for watching. See you back here soon.